So it's a pleasure to meet you, Rosemarie Julien. You are a
Thank
two-time professional champion for two professional teams. Is that correct?
Yes,
One's in Spain, one's in Portugal. Now,
yes,
you are excelling as a real estate agent at the moment right now. Is that correct?
yes.
Okay, that's nice. That's good. And I was looking at your report. You're born in Port Saint Lucie, but you're split between two nationalities. One is Trinidadian and Tobago, and then you're part American.
hmm So I wasn't born uh, in Port Saint Lucie. I was born in Trinidad, and my parents brought me here when I was about 3. So yeah, I've been in America ever since.
All right. Yeah, I was looking on the report and it was saying that you're in Port St. Lucie. Now,
Mm,
being from Trinidad, do you visit a lot all the time?
mm. No, my family does. Usually, I'm the one that's traveling and playing basketball, but I had the opportunity to visit for the first time in June, and that was amazing. Yeah.
Okay. Now, growing up in Port St. Lucie, you attended Treasure Coast High School. Is that right there
Yeah.
in
hmm
what made you pursue basketball growing up?
Uh, Initially, I wanted to be a cheerleader, but
Mm.
then middle school, my basketball coach saw my height, and I've always been the tallest kid. So she's like, just come try out, and I did. And from there, I only had one job, which was to rebound. But it took off from there. I just tried to be better, get better every time, and here I am now.
Okay. And what height were you at like right now? What's your height?
Right now, I'm 5'11".
5'11". But at the time when you're playing basketball, you was probably one of the tallest kids out there.
Yeah, not sure how tall, but I just remember like every school I went to, I was always that tallest girl.
Okay. Now, outside of basketball, did you play any other sports too?
Just as a hobby, I like tennis.
Tennis? Okay. I
hmm
remember when I was in summer camp, I played a whole bunch of different sports like tennis, soccer, track. Like we
hmm
just had to play a whole bunch of things, dodgeball. But tennis was one of those sports. Like, it was hard to get in the rhythm with all the different techniques that you.
Yeah,
But no, just
yeah.
you know, what was the defining moment for you growing up that made you pursue basketball on the collegiate level?
I would say about 11th grade. I really didn't know what I was getting into beforehand. My parents or anyone in my family didn't play sports. So in 11th grade, I think it kind of got into me. My coach was talking to me, telling me that there's more to basketball, college, and even pro. And from there, I just knew that okay, that it's possible to get a scholarship and go further beyond that. But I think that's when I really realized was in 11th grade that basketball could help me, reach limits.
Yes, now I understand that. Now I played on the collegiate level too. I played at Hobart Linksmith College's football my freshman year in D3.
Nice.
So I definitely
Okay.
understand how it is playing just on a collegiate level. It's hard, it's
Mhm.
stressful. You got to balance between academics and sports at the same time. Was that something that you had to deal with, around your time? I think you started off at Chipola College from 2014 to
Mhm.
2016. Is that correct?
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, I like to think that I was prepared for Chipola. Um, I didn't have the best grades coming out of high school. As a young kid, I'm just like, I'm just playing basketball. I didn't really care about academic wise. But my high school coach, he was like on it, like strict.
Yeah.
So I before classes, I would do free throw shots, like 50 shots. So I was very disciplined, and I was like listening to my coaches. So when I went to my junior college, like it was even harder. It
Yeah.
was hard,
Mm,
but I think he prepared me for that. hmm
okay. And as a freshman and sophomore there, you were ranked ninth in Dan Olson's report and instrumental piece.
hmm
You also helped out with them on their 24-5 record, and
hmm
guys were a top 10 national ranked team in national junior college. That's really good. That's very impressive.
Yeah.
And so
Yes.
throughout that career in those 2 years, you went 51-6. and you scored 683 points. So you was just
Yeah.
you was balling out there. You was balling.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
le-
I was
no, what,
say
go ahead.
I think, I don't know, it's just something about the grind, something about the junior college brings out the dog in you. And I give so much credit to my junior college coach. He's just like, he knew what it took to win, and he had players that would listen. And we won national championship, got my ring and everything. So yeah.
That's amazing. So wait, so you got so two championships in a professional level, and then you got a national championship on the with the junior college level. Now let me ask you your
Yeah.
transition. What led you to FGCU going to your junior year?
Okay, I'm very family oriented. I love team, and I think that's why I drew closer to basketball. So when I went on my visit to FGCU, it was just, they made me feel so welcome, and I had other big offers, but because like FGCU was a mid-major, but I didn't care. It was a program that was growing, and the coaching staff was just amazing. So I was like, this is the place, and it happened to be the place.
That's good. Now attending FGCU, you played 2 seasons there, your junior and senior year. You also got to go on to an NCAA tournament appearances in both seasons. Now, your accolades are just astonishing. You made 2 seasons in the NCAA tournament, and then in the ASUN conference, you were preseason player of the year, preseason all-conference, first team all-sun, ASUN all-tournament team. I mean, you really was out there balling, just helping your team out, and you really can be integrated into any system that you play for, which is good. Now, I really want to talk about what was it like scoring that 36-point game your junior year?
Yeah, against Stetson, our rival team.
Yes.
What it was like, everything that you're listing out, I do appreciate. I'm a very humble person, so it's like you tell me to do something, I get the job done, but I'm not like more so on the, yeah, I did that, So when it was scoring, when it came to that game, I just knew this was a rival team, and we need to ball out, we need to win. And I just, my coach always gave me pep talks, because I do lack a little self-confidence, and I don't know how, if I'm doing so well, but I still lack the confidence. But it was very, I knew there was a job that needed to get done, and I was willing to do everything in my power to get it done. Yeah.
Like that. Now, what were some of those core values you learned, growing up that made you into the player and person you are today?
My parents always taught me to be respectful of my elders. And I think that's why I respect my coaches so much, and I'm very coachable. And yeah, listening is like the number one thing. Like, just shut your mouth and listen, and just, yeah.
And one thing I'm adamant about is, repetition equals consistency. So I'm pretty sure you go to practice and you repping it out every day with your teammates and off the court, just to become a consistent player and get to that, which is good. Now, you muster up that performance, and I just understand that, so following your senior season, you inked a training camp contract with the Atlanta Dream. You became the second player in program history after Whitney Knight to sign such a contract with, is that for FGCU? You were the second player to go on to the WNBA.
Yes.
Now, how did that make you feel, just being like, just making it to that professional level for the first time ever?
I just want you to understand the nature. I'm the first in my family to play basketball. So when I was in that position, I can remember like it was yesterday. My coach, everyone was excited to see if I was going to be drafted. It would have been nice, but I don't think I really understood what that really meant. I just knew you just going to the next level. I knew it was something exciting. So when I didn't get drafted, it was just like, okay, like there was a chance, and that's okay, I didn't. But then I remember laying in bed, and my coach was telling me that Atlanta Dream was wanting to invite me to the camp. And I was really excited because there was an opportunity of going on to the next level. once again, I didn't watch basketball. I didn't know any famous players. So I was just going there to get the job done and to like help my family, help my mom, because my mom brought us here for a reason, to excel, right?
Yes.
So getting to that level, it was really nice. Fortunately, I got cut, but once again, it was just like, I liked the experience. I appreciated it, but it was just like, on to the next. I knew there was overseas,
Yes. And, speaking of that, overseas, when you moved over to Europe, is that correct? The first team you played for was Campus Promete. That was the Spain team.
Promete? Yeah, Campus Promete.
Okay. Now, tell me about that experience. You traveled abroad, you got to learn a new culture, and you're traveling in general. What were some things that you enjoyed outside of basketball, traveling overseas, and this new culture in Spain and also Portugal?
Right. Definitely just visiting other countries and really understanding the culture, respecting the language. I've always been that person to just be like, instead of going out there and say, I speak English, I wanted to try to speak their language, to communicate better. And the food, of course, I've always went out, drank wine or something. And that was the best part for me. Yeah.
What was one of your favorite dishes over there that was authentic to them?
It's called, in Spain, it's called prosciutto.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called jamon out there. It's like a type of meat, and you put it on like toast. Like, it was like, I eat that for every breakfast,
I respect that. I really do. I'm a big fan of bread too, by the way. Now, what was the differences, playing between those two different championship teams? Your first team was, the Spain team, but then you also played for the Portugal Liga Feminina, the Spanish.
Yeah, Portugal.
Yes. What was the second team that you played for? If you ever just, tell the audience.
Yes. Quinta dos Lombos. Yes, Portugal won.
Okay. What was the differences playing between the two teams and also the similarities?
Okay. The differences, I would say that my first year, both of them were very important, because my first year, it's your first year being overseas, and then you're winning championship, being the second leading scorer. Like, I just went all in with the help of my mentor, which was one of my teammates. She's a vet, and she's always like been in my ear, like, Rose, you're the American, like, come in there, do your job. And it paid off. And then for the Portugal championship, that was very a great accomplishment, because the team that we beat held the title for, I don't know, probably 9 years or something. And we beat them. So that was, a great win.
Now, with those two teams, how long did you play with both teams? Was it just one season, or did you have a couple of years on both rosters?
No, the first team, I went in for a full season, left out in September, been there for 7 months. But the second team, I left out, say, November, and I was only there for like 4 or 5 months. So it was like I went for half a season with the Portugal team.
That's amazing. And then you still went on and won a championship with them. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then right after that season, was that when you transitioned, you came back to the USA to pursue a different profession? So okay.
Yes, I was studying while I was out there. So when I came home, I took my test and I passed my real estate exam.
So now, throughout your life experiences leading up to this profession, you cultivated vital skills such as discipline, determination, effective communication, and leadership skills. These skills seamlessly transition into your current role as a successful real estate agent, which form the bedrock of your unmatched work ethic and your talent for nurturing professional relationships. Now, in this transition, what was hard about transitioning from sports to the real estate?
Right. I think the most difficult part was having that business mindset. It's not just repetition and like shooting the ball in the hoop. It's like you're handling other people's money and decision making, and it's not just about yourself, it's about helping other people. And I think that's where the struggle came in for me. Plus learning a whole new skill, like business world and just playing basketball, is just completely on the opposite spectrum.
And now you got into connection with Nick Savage. Now, how's he helped you out as a mentor as you're possibly thinking about getting back on the court in the future? Is that correct? How's he helping you?
Yeah. Yes. How he's helping me because when I met him, I was really like in a depression stage. If I wanted to know if I wanted to continue or not with basketball, and he kind of spoke to me and like guided me on my thoughts and ideas of if this is really what I wanted. And when I thought I wanted to stop basketball, he, connected me with other realtors and other business people that can help me in that area of my career. But then I spoke to him and I told him, hey, I've been, praying and having faith. And he told, and how that, sorry, I was just remembering our conversation, how he thinks I should give it another chance. And he respected that decision I was making as well. So he's kind of helping me, like mentoring me my thoughts and helping me figure out what do I want? What does Rose want? Mm-hmm.
So it's all about what you want, about what you're trying to chase your goals and just capture it. Now, are you still practicing right now? Are you still working out consistently at the moment?
Oh yeah, 5:30 a.m.
5:30 a.m. You got yourself a coach? You out there?
Nope, I'm training on my own. I usually train. Mm-hmm.
Now, what would you say? Are you a three-point specialist? You a slasher, defender? What's one of your biggest attributes that you like about yourself?
I would say it's called 3D. So I love shooting the threes and I love defense. I respect my defense. I'm usually the one guarding the best opponent on the other team. And I got one job, and that person's not going to score. And my teammates will do the rest, and we're going to win the game. But I love my defense. I respect that.
All right, that's good. And I've been peeking around. So you've gotten around to start watching basketball now. Is your favorite, you said your favorite player is Stephen Curry? Is that correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How did you become attached to this player? What are some attributes of just his play on the court that, I guess rolls over to what you do too? What do you love about it? What's significant about that? Mm-hmm.
What was significant about that is I'm an overthinker, and to know that he can shoot like 1,000 shots, and even if he messes up, he's going to shoot another 1,000 shots. And that's what's going to take the repetition. And then I apply that to my game. Like, just because I'm having an off day doesn't mean that, I'm going backwards. I'm actually like taking 2 steps forward because I'm becoming better, building up that muscle memory. So with him, I just love his shots. I love how he can just have confidence in himself to shoot the ball like that. And that has really inspired me.
That's good. Now, we reached the end of our interview process. Now, I really appreciate you, talking to me today. Tell me about your career and what your endeavors are forward. And I really do wish you luck with everything that you're doing too. Is there any last statements that you want to say, possibly to the people who are listening to, if they're trying to chase their dreams, they're trying to achieve, and just, be persistent on their path and their careers? Is there anything that you would
what I would say to the audience is that sometimes you need to be quiet and listen to your inner self, and write down your goals and the things that you want for your future. And number one, you can never accomplish anything if you don't believe in yourself, because I've had the experience. Everyone believed in me, my mother, my parents, my friends, everyone believed in me, my coaches, but I really lacked believing in myself. And until this day, I believe in myself now is why I've gotten further. So just believe in yourself and, have faith in everything that you want to do.
I respect that. Savage flight, guys. This is Rosemarie Julien. All right, the baller, the two-way dual professional. We got the sport, we got the professional real estate agent. Now,
Yeah.
congratulations and just good luck on everything that you're doing going forward. All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it.